In the previous session, we discussed about the trigonometric ratios. In this video, we are going to see the relationship between them. So in this figure, if we take A as a reference angle, as we discussed in the previous session, we can write all the trigonometric ratios. We know sine is the ratio of perpendicular to hypotenuse, so it will be BC by AC. Then we have cos, which is base by hypotenuse, or base is AB by hypotenuse is AC, and tan is the ratio of perpendicular to base, which is BC by AB, and we have cosecant, which is the ratio of hypotenuse to perpendicular, and we have secant, which is the ratio of base to hypotenuse. Then we have cot, which is the ratio of base to perpendicular. Right? Now if you look at these ratios, we can see certain relation between certain ratios. If we look at sine and cosecant, sine is a ratio of perpendicular to hypotenuse and cosecant is a ratio of hypotenuse to perpendicular. So this is from perpendicular to hypotenuse and this is hypotenuse to perpendicular. So these are exactly the reciprocal to each other. Similarly, cos is the ratio of base to hypotenuse and secant is hypotenuse to base, and this is perpendicular to base and base to perpendicular. So from this we can see that sine and cosecant are reciprocal to each other, cos and secant are reciprocal to each other, and tan and cot are reciprocal to each other. So these are nothing but the reciprocal relations. So our reciprocal relations we can write them as cosecant A is equal to 1 by sin A, or sin A is equal to 1 by cosecant A. Then we have secant and cos. We can write secant A is equal to 1 by cos A, or cos A is equal to 1 by secant A. Then we have tan or cot. Cot A is equal to 1 by tan A, or tan A is equal to 1 by cot A. These relations are very important while we are proving the identities when we are solving the exercise questions. Okay, so these are the reciprocal relations. Cosecant and sine are reciprocal to each other, secant and cos are reciprocal to each other, and cot and tan are reciprocal to each other. Then we will see quotient relations. Quotient relations. We know that when we divide two quantities, then the result is nothing but quotient. Okay, now let us say we are dividing two quantities here, sine and cos. Sine A by cos A, if we divide sine and cos, where sine is the ratio of perpendicular to hypotenuse, perpendicular by hypotenuse, and cos is the ratio of base to hypotenuse. Now we know that our hypotenuse gets cancelled and we are left with perpendicular by base. And this ratio, the ratio of perpendicular to base is nothing but our tan. That means we can write tan A is equal to sin A by cos A. This is our first quotient relation. So when we divide two quantities, sine and cos, we are getting another trigonometric ratio, that is tan A. So tan is a quotient when you divide sine and cos. Then similarly, let us consider cos A by sin A. We know cos is the ratio of base to hypotenuse, base by hypotenuse divided by perpendicular by, sine is perpendicular by hypotenuse. So hypotenuse cancel, we have base by perpendicular. Base by perpendicular is nothing but cot, which is cot A. So we can write cot A is equal to cos A by sin A. These are the reciprocal relations. So we have 6 trigonometric ratios: sine, cosecant, cos, secant, tan and cot. So our sine and cosecant are reciprocal to each other, secant and cos are reciprocal to each other, cot and tan are reciprocal to each other. Then we divide sine and cos, we get tan. So tan A is equal to sine A by cos A and cot A is equal to cos A by sine. So in the next session, we are going to discuss about trigonometrical identities. Thank you.